Yo, what's good? Okay, this is okay. Wasabi from Sports 75. The hood is getting niggas dying to multiply with the clouds too close to the ground, so we all shoot the sky. And you're watching another episode of Arcade, aka Food Tech, and we're doing episode 2 of my gear list. Sibu did his. You saw his gear. But I'm going to top that list. Okay, I'm joking. We pretty much have almost the same level of gear. Like he has more actually. I realized today he has more. Because realize. But I also have some nice gear, you know what I'm saying? In the hood, they see that I've got so much gear, they call me Richard Gear. But let's start. My Lilliput 4K camera assist. Here it is. This is something to help me see myself while I record, because my Sony A7III does not have a flip-up screen like the Canons and stuff like that. So it says it's a 4K camera assist. It's not 4K, I think it's barely 1080p, but it's a good screen. I see myself. You can see it has focus peaking, so you can see what's in focus, and you use one of these to power it. It's what is this? Sony NPF battery. Yeah, you can get these for like what, 300 rand. It's cheap, I could that expensive. You put this in the back like that, doesn't make that sound. Don't buy it and expect to make that sound. That's more of a gun, but this is a screen. This screen is dope for basically seeing yourself while you record. Like, are you in frame? It's dope. It's HDMI, 2 HDMI ports, and you can even put earphones for listening, so you can listen to audio, monitor the sound. This thing being papa guys, no nemali. And then you're like, you know what, let me just buy this, because this is from America, guys. They don't sell this here. It's a 7 Oak. 7 Oak is a brand from America. It's a 7 Oak micro rig. It was when I bought this while I was recording 9:15. If you go check out my channel, you'll see that 9:15. So I wanted something to stabilize the camera and also have a mic attached to it at the same time. So this is a dead cat, just take it off and turn on the mic. There's some levels over here, as you can see, and then you put the dead cat on this just to filter the noise from the wind. But basically, yeah, it's a mini stabilizer. It stabilizes the footage, and you hold it like this. You can do some low angles with it like this, Anyway, yeah, and you screw on your camera here, and yeah, it does its job. That's all I can say about the 7 Oak mic rig. What was this? Oh, I forgot to tell you the prices, guys. The price of the screen, the monitor, this was 3,000 rand at Cameras in Rosebank. Go check it out. If you're watching Cameras, please sponsor me. This was about 2,000 rand. How much is 2,000 rand in dollars? 180 something dollars. It's a Vanguard monopod. It's basically like a tripod almost. But it's like, I use this because I used to shoot weddings, church ceremonies, and matric dances. So I want a tripod and I'm a leg 3. I saw yeah, camera. So I bought a monopod because it's one leg, so children could run left and right. I thought about everything, guys. Hey, we're dating me, guys. I wasn't doing YouTube only. So yeah, this monopod is dope. You can just pick it up. You don't have to, like a tripod, you have to bring it in together. But this is just a monopod. You hold here and you go shoot the bride. Hey, my go-to thing is tombe. Smile, sissy, catch the pictures. It's pretty dope. It was like 800 rand, I think. It served me well. There's a 1/4-inch screw over here. You can screw in your camera, or you can screw on a ball head. I'm gonna show you a ball head if you don't know what a ball head is. But yeah, this is my monopod. Pretty dope, 8 clipper. We are going to slide on to the next one. My slider. This is my slider, guys. My trusted slider. Bought this Nayo to shoot skits, actually. This was for skits and short films and stuff like that. You basically put your camera over here, and then it slides to the left, to the right, and then smooth cinematic shots, like slow, panning into a face or something you want to realize. But yeah, it's pretty dope. You use it with a ball head. So I attached this ball head on top of this, and I can do some slides. Basically this ball head, let me just show you guys this ball head. This is a no-name ball head. I don't know what the brand is. It was pretty expensive. Ball heads are pretty expensive. It's pretty heavy. It's a very useful tool. Ball heads, you use them for tilting motions. So let me show you what this one does, guys. This one, I put it on my slider and you can tilt it like this, any direction. So you can put it on the slider, and if you want to take a video of something that's high angled, you just angle it to the sky like this, and then you slide over this. So pretty useful equipment over here. There's some degrees and measurements here at the bottom, so you can see how much you twist and turn this thing, so you get your perfect angle of the shot. So yeah, my Falcon Eye slider cost me about 2,999, 3,000 Rand. You can find this at Camera Stuff in Rosebank, camerastuff.co.za, or on Jan Smuts. They're on Jan Smuts. And then this ball head, I found it in Jozi, one of the camera stores in Jozi. I will never tell this by Cotton Center in my friend. We're not friends actually, maybe acquaintances, but that's just what we call them. Moving on, this is my Smart Lav Plus by Rode. Smart Lav Plus, you can see it here. It's okay. Smart Lav Plus. So this is a lavalier mic. You know, you put it on your. I went to a good school. So what is it? The collar. Put it on your collar. Put it underneath your shirt, and then instead of connecting this to an actually receiver or a transmitter, you connect this to your phone, and you turn on the recorder app on your phone, and you have perfect quality audio right there and then. Because that's why they call it the Smart Lav Plus, because it's for smartphones. So yeah, instead of buying a receiver and transmitter and a lavalier mic, which could cost you 8,000 Rand, this is just, I'm not sure how much this is actually. It's probably 800 Rand around there. I could be lying, but I'll link you. Got this from Ohms. And you know why you need this? Let's say you have a GoPro. GoPro has terrible sound. So you connect this to your phone, record external audio, and then just sync the audio and the video later in post. So you can literally use any camera just for the visual. And then if your camera has terrible audio, or you're interviewing people, yeah, it's mostly useful for interviewing people actually. You can use the Smart Lav and just connect it to a person, and this is the best place you can get audio, because if we circle stuff like that. Yeah, Smart Lav Plus by Rode, 8 clipper to 1.2. Could be lying, could be more, could be less, I don't know. I'll link you down in the description. One of my favorite tools ever for sound. Another piece of equipment that I really love, I saved for a long time for this, guys. Sometimes I'm confused. Oh yeah, Nansok. So this is the Zhiyun. I heard an Asian person from the company actually speak about this at on YouTube, and they call it the Zhiyun. So my favorite YouTubers call it the Zhiyun, but they're American obviously. But it's actually a Zhiyun crane 2. One of the best cranes out there. They shouldn't lie to you. It's dope. It stabilizes my video. I use this to record music videos, running, panning. It tilts, pans, ups, down, left, right. Yonke has a follow focus. Let me show you the follow focus really quickly. Oh snap, yeah, here it is. This is a follow focus mechanism. You connect this to your camera, and then you can focus using this dial over here, right here. I don't know if you can see it over there. Yeah, you focus using this dial over here, so you don't have to touch your camera while you're running and gunning with this over here. So it's pretty useful, pretty expensive. It's cheaper now. I bought this for 13,000 Rand. It's cheaper now, it's about 10,000 Rand now, because the Zhiyun Crane 3 just came out. So yeah, I might just sell this and get the 3, because I want that. It does 360 pans and stuff like that. It's amazing. But this is pretty good too. If you like want a crane that's in the budget of 10,000 Rand, I'd say go for this, and you'll enjoy it. My lenses. In the B-roll shot, you see I have 4 lenses. I only have 2 of them right here, but I'll talk to you guys about the lenses. So this was my second lens. My first lens is the lens that you're watching me through right here. It's the 50mm 1.8. It's pretty cheap. It's a cheap lens. You can feel it. It's light. It's 4,500 Rand. So it's a reasonably cheap lens for full frame. You know, full frame lenses start at 10,000 Rand. So that's a cheap lens. I got it after I bought my camera, because I was broke after I bought this camera. So yeah, and I got this for 4.5. Then this was my second lens. I bought this second hand Brand new, it's 6.5. I got it for 4,000 Rand. It's a 28-70. It's another kit lens. It's variable aperture, so I don't really like it that much. I used to vlog with this, but 28 is not wide enough for vlogging. 28 is cool, like you can get yourself, your face in the frame, but if you've got other people on the sides, it's not grand. So it's called variable aperture because the more you zoom, so it's 28-70. 70 is pretty close. 28 is pretty wide, not really wide, but wide. So it's called a variable aperture because the more you zoom in, the darker it becomes. So you know aperture deals with light. So it's 3.5 to 5.6. It's full frame, it's dope, it's a cheap lens too. I know I say cheap because anything under 10,000 Rand for full frame is cheap, really cheap. And then I just got this too for secondhand. It's pretty new though. Yo, this guy sold me a new lens. Shout out to you. I think his name is Patel. I'm not sure. Check on Facebook. Got this on secondhand classified. It's a group. Okay, let me just put you on real quick. So on Facebook, guys, on Marketplace, there's this place where people just sell their equipment. So you can go get a secondhand camera to vlog with. You can go get any lens you want. You can go get a crane, anything you want. It's called secondhand classifieds cameras, and you just literally say, hey, I want this. Where can we meet? Can we negotiate? You meet up and then you buy it. So anyway, I bought this. It's an APS-C lens. I know I have a full frame camera and I'm using an APS-C lens. You're probably like, what does that, how do you make that work? But this is a 16-50. It's really wide. I'm gonna use this as a vlog camera, a vlog lens from now on because I just turned on APS-C mode, which is Super 35 on my camera, and then it crops the sensor and then makes it, you can make these lenses very useful on your full frame lens, basically full frame sensor, so you can see everyone. It's very wide, so it's pretty dope. I was swapping to buy a APS-C lens for my full frame because I thought it super crop it, but it doesn't. It actually works. It's pretty wide and it's optically stabilized, so not much shakes. It's still shaky, but it doesn't shake that much. So yeah, it's pretty dope. This retails for about 5,000 Rand. I got it for 2.5, and yeah, it's pretty dope. And then my fourth lens is the lens you're watching with right now. It's called what is this? Samyang or Rokinon if you're in America. It's the Samyang T1.4 manual focus lens. It's a cine lens, so you record cinema with it. Like it's a movie lens. It has a aperture ring. It has a focus ring. It's pretty dope. One of my most expensive lenses. It retails for 12,000 Rand just for the lens. But I got it on Black Friday on OMS. Black Friday November, ne? Yeah, Black Friday on OMS for 5,000 Rand. So that was a huge save. I was so happy for that. And it's a dope lens. It gets the blurry background that you see right now. It's all blurry and stuff like that because of the aperture. It's pretty fast. It's a fast lens. T1.5, T1.4 actually. I'm gonna explain this one day in another video. You know, with normal lenses, you rate the aperture with f-stops. So f1.8, f3.5. That's a cine lens. The stops are called T-stops. So it's T1.4, which is pretty quicker. So remember, when you're looking at aperture numbers, the lower the number is, the brighter and faster your lenses. Let's do the camera, see what I'm gonna use this up. Sure. That's okay. Anyway. So this is the most expensive thing I've ever bought for doing videos. It has my 51.8 right now. I told you guys about this. This is a full frame camera, Sony A7III III. It's $2,000 overseas. $2,000 overseas. So that translates to about 30,000 Rand, which is pretty reasonable for, very cheap obviously for a full frame camera. It's very cheap. You don't find full frame camera. Sony was the first company to give us a full frame camera for lower than 35 or 40,000 Rand. So it was revolutionary in its time. But now we have the Z6, the Nikon Z6, and Nikon Z6 actually is the only cheap one. But yeah, this retails right now in South Africa because of taxes for 38,000 Rand, just the body only. And yeah, it's, if you want the kit lens with it, it's 43. So this and this costs 43,000 Rand. It's a pretty dope camera. I'm gonna do a review on it one day. Super amazing in low light. I can shoot at night with this. It's what people shoot a lot of TV shows with. I was on this MTV TV show and they were shooting the show with this, the A7 III. So it's pretty dope. It might be on par with the A7S II with low light. So yeah, full frame is the best way to go. Go Sony, go buy a Sony if you have the money. Rob a bank, rob your spaza. I don't care. Just go buy a Sony. Okay, I'm joking, obviously, but yeah, aspire to get to this. This is one of the best bodies on the market right now. Full frame, 24 megapixel sensor, CMOS image sensor, and it's 35 millimeters. So yeah, what can I say about this camera? It's amazing. Battery life lasts you a whole shoot. It's pretty dope. Go get the A7 III, my favorite camera right now. But yeah, that was my gear list. Please tell me, what do you think you'd like to see me buy? I would buy everything, obviously. Here's my wish list in case someone from a company was watching this. DJI, if you're watching this, I want an Osmo Action. I don't have an action camera. I want Osmo Pocket. Please, one of those or both if you're feeling, you know. I want a Ronin S gimbal. I like this, but I want a Ronin S gimbal too. Oh snap, I didn't show you my lights. These are my softbox lights. I can't show you them right now. They're 5,000 Rand. Got them on a good bargain with some light stands over here. Pretty dope lights. They are the ones that light up this scene right now. It's just 8 globes with a softbox basically. I'll show you one of the lights when we do a light video one day. But yeah, I want more lights. I want a Ronin S. I want anything Osmo Pocket, Osmo Action. What else? I want an A9. I know that's 60,000 Rand, but it's gonna be worth it. And yeah, for now, that's all I need for now. Oh, yeah, no, that's all I need for now. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. My name has been OK Wasabi from Foster the hoodest niggas dying to the play with the class too close to ground. So we all just this guy, and you're watching Food Tech, aka Arcade ZA, your favorite tech channel, #1 tech channel. And we'll see you again till again next week.